Welcome up onto the stage the lovely Elena to discuss mobile gaming with the Unreal Engine, performance optimization and Fortnite Mobile.
Thank you for coming here. I'm very happy to be here. Okay, I will need some seconds to get used with that. Okay, so I'm here to talk about mobile gaming with Unreal Engine, and we will get to the performance optimization and how Fortnite Mobile uses all that to have the best experience. Okay, so let's begin to this session. Who am I? Okay, I am Elena Dimopoulou. I have a background in fine arts traditional and I have a master in digital arts. I am a new media artist and researcher and I'm an Unreal Authorised Instructor at Epic Games. I am also game designer Fortnite Creative. I have also been a grant receiver in Session Certificate and I have a Session Certificate. I'm an art director and game designer in a Women Creators Program. I help Epic Games with many educational programs. I'm also a Women in Games ambassador. I support women in gaming and promote diversity. I am from Greece that has less infrastructure in gaming, so I offer guidance in women through this challenging phase of careers. Sorry, the here it's moving. Sorry, I get interrupted. Okay, so I go to the next slide. Yeah. Okay, so the target audience for these sessions are mobile game developers and programmers that are seeking performance insights and learn how this is used. It's for Unreal Engine users, but also developers from other engines like Unity. It's also interesting for teams and studios and indie developers that want to transitioning from other engines. And game designers who are interested in understanding how these advanced tools Epic Games has to enhance mobile gaming. Okay, I'm here to talk about how Unreal Engine do that. Okay, let's go to the core. We will talk basically about the advanced tools like Unreal Engine has the Nanite, Lumen, and TSR, and all these streamlines and pipelines and workflows that it's using. Also, we will talk about real-world optimizations that the Fortnite Mobile uses to help and having high performance without hurt the quality of the game, and techniques that are balancing performance and visual fidelity. So you will leave from this session knowing all that. Here, this is the concept. We will talk also about the challenges that are general in mobile games and specific challenges with Unreal Engine, and how Unreal Engine do complex environment sliding and how manages the performance. Optimization techniques, such as GPU, scenes, and texture compression, and how this case study works with Fortnite, and the best practice for that. Okay, so how many of you have played a mobile game recently that feel to be like a console game or like a 3A quality? Yes. What is the game? Only Fortnite. Except Fortnite. Okay. So for people that haven't played, don't know only Fortnite and would like to maybe create a game like Fortnite, this is a very good session for you. Okay. Let's say about the very basic stuff that Unreal Engine uses for this high graphic, perfect quality. We have three of them. The first is Nanite, and Lumen, and temporal super resolution. And I will explain one by one. If you are beginner to Unreal Engine and you are from another engine, I will try to be very simple and not technical. Okay. Before I go to every tool and analyze that, okay, we all know many challenges that many games have. Or maybe sometimes we play a game that is very laggy, or sometimes it takes a whole time to load, and we're like, okay, where is the time that I played? Stop waiting. Some that are very serious challenges in mobile game development. Okay, developers have a challenging on making game in mobile because there is limited hardware that in PC or consoles developers I need to find a way and be clever enough or divide problems to balance these high quality visuals with performance. We have lighting and environment challenges that we want to fix. And the GPU that are not so big as in console in games. Of course, the big size and the build in the mobile games. And multiplayer network performance, we will talk about how Fortnite emphasizes on that. Yeah, this is one of the challenges that are more specific to Unreal Engine, like instance static meshes. That is like when you have many meshes and you have separated in Unreal Engine, you just pop them all one and have it as a static mesh with all the, for instance, the objects, all the actors, because Unreal Engine is object-oriented engine based on C++, so everything inside is actors and objects. Localized lighting in dark areas with multiple lights. I will explain later the technique that Unreal Engine has, that is great for that. And performance bottlenecks. Okay, Unreal Engine help us to fix these issues with smart tools and workflows. We will talk about Nanite, this is the time, Nanite, and how this handles very high poly meshes in 3D objects. Okay, Nanite for 3D objects. Okay, handling complex environments. Okay, imagine like in an abstract way that Nanite is like having Google Maps. I mean, like when you zoom out, you see only the highways, but when you have to zoom in, you see all the details inside the highways and specific streets and roads that appear, that before it wasn't appearing. So Nanite does that with 3D objects. It helps the GPU to focus what really matters. For example, it makes the mesh more simple. Instead of, if you have a Lego, for example, Lego pieces a lot inside a 3D object, when the player goes, see it from a far away distance, we see only one Lego. And when I go closer, I see more Lego. It's just like saves time and the level of details. Yes, I saw that about the digital map. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes, imagine that what I said with the Lego structure, that's what I said before. Okay, and the lumen. To say also, Nanite is still experimental in some versions of Unreal Engine, also Lumen. But in the next version of Unreal Engine, this will be super easy to make games with also Lumen and Nanite. Lumen, unfortunately, it's not supported for low-end devices, but it will be in the future. Now it's supported to mid-end devices and very high. Okay, imagine Lumen in an abstract way, like you have a real sunlight inside your room. So this bounces the light around naturally. So as the real world has the sun, the bounces, yes. This can be tricky sometimes in many games because phones, as all we know, have limited GPU power. And it can be supported in high-end, only high-end mobile devices. But if you don't have a high-end device and you want to develop in a more low-end device, you can still, don't use Lumen, but you can use other shadow lighting. Okay, I will talk about the third tool now. The TCR is the temporal super resolution. This is a fancy name, okay, it's difficult to remember. We call it like TCR so that you remember more easily. This in a very beginner abstract way to understand it. It's like when you see in the YouTube video online and you see that sometimes the performance is dropping. Imagine that this exactly is what happens when you have the TCR. It does something like this. It makes the image sharper, and the player doesn't notice the drop in the quality. Yes, this is very important for mobile when we want to have prioritized performance over resolution. So the TCR levers help us to have both performance and resolution. Yeah, it's also like taking a low resolution photo and enhancing it to look like in HD. It saves from your phone extra work. And this. Okay, now we will talk about how the Fortnite Mobile case study make all the things that I said before, making them work. But before I say that, I will say about about how we have, Okay, I have many notes, I have in my hand cheat codes, and I get confused, but we will go to them. Okay, so let's talk first about the Fortnite case study, and then with the other. Okay, the Fortnite Mobile, as you said before, like the Fortnite's the AI quality, is the great example of Unreal Engine having in action how this high quality graphics can work on mobile. Okay, the runtime PCO precaching, it's very important. This is a very usual technique from Unreal Engine that using traditionally, generally, also in console. But when Fortnite Mobile runs that, it helps you not compile all the shaders and the details in the start. Like when you're compiling the shaders and you open Unreal Engine and you have a long wait until then, it just saves and loads them during the game. Also, it has a great network optimization for multiplayer, and it has the input prediction. I will say what that input prediction is. Okay, input prediction. Okay, input prediction is very important for Fortnite because for example, when a player performs an action, like jumping or shooting inside the game, this technique predicts the result based on the last known based on the last action of the player, not just waiting for the server to take all the data from the game state that has. Yeah, the Fortnite ecosystem, it's a great ecosystem that you can all be inside and build your own experience inside Fortnite. And it's very exciting to have your storytelling inside gaming. You can have global collaboration, play all together. You can make your own maps and you have your Iceland codes and share with other players. Verse programming is easy. It's close to Python. It's a programming language that it's very easy and beginner-friendly to learn. It's a very powerful tool. This is a bit of Fortnite how workflow works. You have the same with Unreal Engine, the editor and the viewport, that you take some objects, you import them. You can build cinematics. You have the devices. Devices is like the game mechanics, and it's just very easily it's very easily to develop them with the verse. You open the verse code and you develop the particular device and what the player wants. Yes, this is the editor and the viewport, some import answers and the device, the pillars of how Fortnite works, the Fortnite creative, when you want to create a game. This is some key takeaways from all the things I told about Lumen TCR. And thank you very much for your time. I hope I didn't make you dizzy from going back around. And we have 4 minutes for questions, if someone has. Thank you.